He asked another investigator, Katie, to come over and just walk by the door. She didn't tell her what she felt or anything. When Katie passed the door, she felt the same thing. She felt like a tingling or something was watching her. Right after that, both of them looked over here into the library, into the window, and they felt like something was looking at them. Personal experience. I can't prove this to you, and I'm not going to even try to, but this is what they told me happened. And that's, again, go back to my personal experiences thing. When we were downstairs in the museum and the library, Katie's camera died twice. My flashlight died completely. All the batteries sucked out. Then, yes, Steve and Christina were following a K2 spike. You remember the K2, the energy reading? They got a sudden spike right near the fire escape in the museum. They followed it downstairs, and then it dissipated. I don't know where it came from, but it was an actual moving bit of energy. See, in 8:57, another investigator, Jerry, was downstairs in the children's section. He felt as somebody was tugging on his foot downstairs in the children's library, which is interesting because we actually got E.V.Ps from the children's library. Around the same time, between 8:53 and 9:07, the children's library was active for some reason. It was hopping. We got 2 E.V.Ps, and plus, like I said, all the aforementioned events happened. Plus, by the end of it, somewhere around 9:05, they heard a noise in the H aisle of the kids section. They went over there and they found a copy of Hansel and Gretel on the floor. Mind you, there's nobody else in the library but us, and Steve and Tanya and Dave. I would like to play for you some E.V.Ps. Now, these are the 2 best E.V.Ps I got from the Gunn. Starting tomorrow, you can go to my website, and if you want, you can check out all the E.V.Ps we got. Some of them are quieter than others, which is why I didn't bring them. But just to bring it up real quick, there are 3 classes of E.V.Ps. Class A, B, and C. The Class A E.V.P. is one that's indisputable. Everyone hears it and they all agree, yes, he said he wanted a sandwich. That's exactly what the E.V.P. said. Class B E.V.P. is the one that we can all agree there's a voice, but we can't quite make out what it's saying. The Class C E.V.P. is like, well, there's something there, but I don't know if it's a whisper, a voice, or a foot moving. I don't know. So those are the 3 grades. And some of the other E.V.Ps I brought along to try to show you examples of Class A's, also some other weird E.V.Ps, like noises, inexplicable noises. You'll hear everyone in the room talking, not paying attention, but all the while there's this noise going on, inexplicable. But they try to communicate, even laughter, all sorts of things. So this is the first one. It's 8:52, and you're going to hear Katie talk about checking the camera, and you should hear a Class B, which is going to be a very quiet, whispery voice. And if I need to replay it, people need to come forward to hear it. That's fine, I'll replay it. But I'll play the first one. The voice will be at the end. It'll be a very whispery voice. Where is the cursor? Hey, Mr. Cursor. Oh, you did one. Play it again. The little yes at the end. She's going to say, do you want me to check it out? You hear a whispery yes at the end. Did you hear that all right? All right. Next one, it's actually going to be the opposite. It's going to be a no. Katie's going to ask if she should turn off the camera, and you're going to hear a whispery no.
Yeah, I'm still recording.
Play that again.
Yeah, I'm still recording.
Did you make that out? Like I said, these will be on our website tomorrow on cards here. If anyone wants to grab one after the lecture, feel free to take one. Go online, you can check out all the E.V.Ps and discern for yourself. Is the Gunn Memorial Museum haunted? Well, the evidence that was captured, I would have to say it requires further investigation. I believe there is an entity here. That's my personal belief. I think there is something here. Something intelligently reacted with Katie when she was asking about checking the recorder or not. Is it an evil spirit? God, no. Most of them are benign. But it is here, and I think it's just happy to have people around. Matter of fact, one of the other E.V.Ps we got, again, not quite really good for presentation because you really got to listen to it. I got right back there where that gentleman is sitting, the one who answered about the exorcist. Yes, exactly where I was sitting. There were two other investigators, Dave and Stephen, I believe, who were sitting in that chair, and we were talking about financial stuff, because sometimes you chit-chat. But while I'm talking, there's another voice talking with me, which is really interesting. But again, something you need to listen to on your own, because it's kind of hard to hear here. Now, one of the other interesting things about ghost hunting is that it's boring sometimes. Tanya can attest to that, because Tanya was here when...
I had a great time.
I'm glad you had a great time. But a lot of the times, what you actually do is just sit in a room and shut up. You sit in a room and you listen. You open up all your senses and you listen. Sometimes you interact and you ask, but a lot of times you just sit in the corner. Anyone in the room with us? Yeah, that's about it. Sometimes things happen. It's true, I won't deny it, but a lot of times it is that. And the reason I say that is I don't want you to get the wrong idea from television or Hollywood about how exciting it looks. Now, some shows will show you something happens every 5 minutes. Oh my God. It's just not the case. It takes hours and hours. Sometimes nothing happens. You know, sometimes a lot of things happen. But I just don't want people to get the wrong idea, because one of the things we like to do, like I said, is educate. You know, as much as we can about what it's really like. So like I said, if you want to check out the rest of the Gunn stuff, feel free to visit the website. It'll be up tomorrow. The next case I want to go over is a home in my own hometown of Stafford. She was plagued by 3 entities, a man, a woman, and a little child. And she actually got the name of the woman on her own when she did her own digital cover. The woman's name was Anna. And what's interesting is she had told me the stories of what she had found out, that she knew that there was one point in the house's history that there was a father and a son and a daughter lived there, and that the mother died in the attic. Mm-hmm. Or I think she found out the mother was interred or cremated.
She actually died in the attic.
Yeah, she died in the attic, cremated. And what was great about that was that we'd been there about 3 or 4 times, and I decided to have my sister Angelina come. Because I didn't tell her anything about the house. So I just asked her if she wouldn't mind roaming through the house, giving her impressions. Because I figured if she got the right impressions, she told us what was going on, and it matched with what we'd gotten for E.V.Ps and information. It would help fill in the story. So she went through, and she got the fact that a woman had died in the attic. Mm-hmm. Her husband had brought her up to the attic to die there, and that when it came his turn to die, he did not want to be cremated, but the son had cremated him anyways. Also, the son died from a challenge. Apparently, he was a very boisterous person, very challenging, so he was put up to a challenge and he died.
Yeah, he was boisterous through the whole investigation,
yes,
so yeah, we don't talk about
But I think he died involving a challenge with a horse. And what's great about this is that a lot of times the boy will mock us. Sometimes he'll just mimic our voices or he'll poke fun at us.
I love how nice you say that, mock us. He'll talk like other ones, and then he'll try to get you to respond to them as if you're talking to the woman or as if you're talking to the man.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
And then all of a sudden you realize that he's playing a game with you, and he'll make your walkie-talkie go off over here, and you'll run over there, and then he'll make it go off over there, and you'll run over there, and you'll hear laughter. It's cute for the first 5 minutes. And he goes away.
But what's interesting is that the minute Anna shows up, or when Anna's in the room, the minute the boy shows up, Anna leaves. And also the gentleman does not like other men in the house. Matter of fact, he's very protective of the homeowner. He's very threatened by the men. I don't know if he's very protective of his wife, and he sees the homeowner as someone he should protect, that sort of thing. But I'm going to share these with you. They're very funny EVPs, aren't they? Okay, in this first EVP, Allison was actually doing a historical tour of her basement, trying to tell us what it might have been used for back in the day. And if you listen carefully, you'll hear a faint hello in the beginning. Then after she starts talking, you hear a second hello, as clear as day.
So why did you close the door that's right outdoors? And back in the old days, their doors are very, very thin. Right. So they would have just had a door just to close off for animals not to come in. I mean, obviously, avoid.
Say that again.